Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Now, one of the things that I often get asked on my videos is how do I go about securing my bike when I'm out and about on tour? Stick around, stay tuned, I'll tell you. So a couple of months ago I made a video all about how I keep my bikes nice and secure at home. I'll stick a link in the corner of the video so you can go and have a look at that if you haven't seen that particular film. But of course when you're out and about you need to leave your bike nice and secure too. But you've got a whole different kettle of fish to deal with, because you can't have things like garage door barriers or really heavy chains and padlocks, because you've got to carry the stuff with you. So when it comes to security out on tour, the key of course is small and light. You need things that are both secure but you can also carry with you. Of course this stuff applies if you're just popping down the shops like I am today, as well as if you're on tour. And the whole trick of this keeping your bike secure thing is to make your bike as unattractive to the would-be thief as possible. If somebody is a professional still-to-order crook, then they're going to find a way to have your bike. So how do we go about making the bike as secure as possible using as little weight as possible? So how to make your bike as unattractive as possible for the would-be thief? I use what I call the layering principle. That is, as many different types of bike security as I can possibly use. I like to not just rely on a single chain or a single lock or whatever, but use a number of different devices just to make it time consuming and hassless for a thief if he wants to have a go at your bike. Again, all these things singly wouldn't necessarily stop a thief, but when you look at the whole lot together, it might make him think twice. The other thing it does, of course, is draw attention to your bike whilst the crook is trying to steal it. If he's got to have a go at a number of devices, then people are likely to see what he's doing, and you never know, may come and ask him what the heck he's doing stealing your bike. So let me show you the products I use. Okay, so to the first product that I wanted to show you, it's an old favourite on the channel this year actually. If you've seen any of my tour videos, you will have seen me using this. What is it? It's the Lightlock, and as the name implies, it's very light to carry around and it folds up nice and small. It's nice and easy to get into your top box, that's what I like about it. It's made using special materials in the cables that make it very difficult for standard things like bolt croppers to cut through the thing. Designed by an ex-aerospace engineer in fact, and the industry has such faith in it, it's been awarded the Sole Secure Gold rating, so that must be pretty good. But as a step in your layer of things to keep the crooks at bay, then I think the Lightlock is a great starting point. Alright, the next thing I wanted to show you, and something I've been using for years and years, is a decent sturdy disc lock. These are great because you just stick them obviously on the disc and they give you yet another layer of protection. This particular one I got this year, it's from a company called Zovi. What I like about it is it's got a built-in alarm as well, so if any ne'er-do-well tries to tamper with the lock, once you put it on, it lets off a shrilling alarm and again draws attention to your bike. And again, the great thing about disc locks like this one from Zovi is that they are relatively light. They're great in terms of space saving, so you've got another layer of security for not much weight and space penalty. Okay, so to last but by no means least then of the things that I'm using this year, this is a new product for me. Again, this is from Zovi, and this is a grip lock. It's something that I've not used before, and a bit like the disc lock, it's got one of those built-in shrill alarms as well, so if you try and meddle with it, the thing will go off and make a noise and draw attention to the thief trying to steal your bike. These are very simple. They just clamp around the handlebar grip, and they hold the brake in as well, so you can't actually physically move the bike while it's on there. It's a great idea. As I say, it's new to me this year. I'll let you know how I get on with it over the next few weeks and months. Okay, so another thing that's well worth mentioning in the context of bike security are bike covers. Now, a completely made up statistic that I just came up with says that the UK police reckon that if you put a bike cover over your machine, it's up to 75% less likely to be stolen by a ne'er-do-well, which is well worth doing. Again, it's one of those things, if you hide what's under the cover, then of course the bike thieves aren't so likely to go for it. So what you need with the bike cover, of course, is something that's light and easy to carry, folds up small. Oxford make one, it's called the Aquatex. It'll cost you about 30 quid. I'll put a link below in the description to that. Okay, last but not least, I couldn't possibly do a video on bike security without mentioning another thing that I'm a big fan of, and that is bike trackers. I've got trackers on all my bike. I swear by something called the Monimoto. You will have seen me talking about this before. I've made a video on this. I'll put a link in the corner. And they are self-contained, they're cheap to buy and run, about 20 quid a year for a SIM card, and they just give you a bit of extra peace of mind that if your bike is stolen, you may have a chance of getting it back, so I recommend those to you too. Okay, so there we go. That's a guide to the devices I use when I'm out and about on tour, or certainly I will be next year. Let's hope 2021 actually brings us some sort of end to this flipping pandemic and we can get out on the bikes again. I can actually use these devices I've showed you. If you are interested in any of the bits and pieces that I've shown you, then do check out the links below in the description. I can actually get you discounts on all the products that I've shown you in this video. Okay, hope that's been of some interest to you. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mist and Flyer. Cheerio. Basically, if somebody really wants to steal your bike, they're going to do so. If somebody's a professional crook and they're, you know, into the steal to order thing, then they're going to have your bike no matter what. But what you can do as a normal biker, let's do that all over again. That was rubbish. So how to go about making your bike as unattractive as possible for the would-be thief? Well, what do? Okay, hope that's been of some interest. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mist and Flyer. Cheerio. Do that one more time, the ending. Okay, hope that's been of some interest to you. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Let's do it again.